Anybody who knows me knows I'm obsessed with AI. I just love the possibilities of what it can do for me in my professional life and my personal life. I can start projects and build software I never would have had time to do. I can make music in a way that would have taken me years to master. And I get great joy from doing that. But it turns out I'm in a minority. I was at an AI conference the other day and they cited this statistic. 35% of you are just like me, but there are 15% that are truly fearful of AI. They want nothing to do with it. There's 50% of you that are fearful optimistic. You've tried it, but you're not quite sure about it. And I get it. I do. I've been using the statement from Scott Galloway where he said, AI is not going to take your job, but someone who really knows AI will. And I feel like, wow, that is a motivating statement for us to learn more about AI. But in reality, I'm one of those 15% of the people that don't see AI as something that's accessible to them, then that is a very fearful statement. And so I wanted to try in this video to give you three things that I do in the way that I look at AI that may help it to be more accessible. So the first thing is I don't actually treat AI like it's a tool. I hear that statement a lot, and it is a tool. But unlike an ERP system or a CRM system where it's got a sort of fixed use, I tend to treat it more like it's a sport. And what I mean by that is in sport, you can understand the rules of the game pretty easily. And if I'm playing football, I can even kick a ball against a wall and say, yeah, I've kicked a ball around. I've played that sport. But it's only until you actually get on the pitch and play that you really start to understand it. And it's only when you practice every evening you become good at it. And so, my first tip is treat AI like a sport. Use it in your day to day work and practice every day how you deploy AI in what you're doing. The second thing I want to say is focus. Now, I'm actually pretty bad at this, so it's pretty hypocritical for me to suggest it, but there's loads of cool AI tools coming out, and the temptation is to rush to every one, try them out. And you should do that. You should try them out to see what they're about. But the reality is, AI in that respect is more like a musical instrument. Now, we may create a guitar one day, a drums the next day. And whilst I can strum the guitar and bang a beat on the drum, it's not until I've actually focused my time and energy on really understanding that instrument that I get it to really be as wonderful as it could be. And to many extents, that's true with AI. So find an AI tool, find a large language model that you like, and spend some time with it. Maybe there's a technique, like for example, Notebook LM. That's been a great tool for me where I can create podcasts and I've created podcasts to explain new projects that I want to do with the team. I've created podcasts for training. It's amazing technology, but it can do so much more than that. One of my colleagues loaded a database of agents that we're building into it and said, hey, look, you can get it to create a roadmap of agents. I hadn't even thought of that. The third thing I would have you think about is treat AI with some degree of fun, and if you like, a degree of humility. Treat it as if it is like an intern that has turned up to help you at work. All it wants to do is to please you, but quite frankly, it doesn't really understand your job very well. It's smart. And what I need to do is I need to not laugh at it too much when it makes a mistake. I'm not going to take it too seriously, but I need to think about it in a way of how do I help it to be successful? What information can I give it how can I think about the way I ask it questions that it is going to be able to give me the result that I want back? In many ways, the same as if an intern was trying to help you with your job. So there are three things. And I hope that kind of makes AI a little bit more accessible to those that are somewhat fearful of this. The thing I'm fearful of is that you don't get involved in the AI space and it leaves you behind. But let me know what you think.